There's a quiet tightness that follows you around money, even on days that seem calm. It's subtle, like holding your breath without realizing it. Nothing is wrong, but your body never fully relaxes. It shows up in tiny moments you barely notice. Hesitating before opening your finance app, shoulders tightening, choosing distraction instead of clarity. Your mind learns to avoid the pressure before you even question it. On paper, you might be doing fine. Bills are paid, income is steady, nothing's falling apart. Yet inside, you stay braced, as if peace has to be earned instead of allowed. What if the heaviness you feel isn't because you're lazy or behind? What if it's simply the result of carrying too much responsibility for too long? Many smart, capable people feel stuck not from lack of discipline, but from constant pressure. I'm Sophia, and this is Sophia Cash. This space is about glowing up financially without fear, shame, or harsh self-talk. Here, money becomes something you understand and trust, not something that constantly stresses you out. If you're craving clarity instead of pressure, you're in the right place. Subscribe for growth that feels steady, safe, and grounded. And stay with me until the end. This might be the reset you didn't know you needed. Pressure rarely shows up as panic. It's quieter than that. It sounds like a constant reminder to stay alert, stay sharp, and never fully relax, even when things are technically fine. Over time, that pressure changes how you talk to yourself. Simple plans turn into constant self-checks. Rest stops feeling natural. It starts to feel earned, conditional, almost monitored. And eventually the mind stays on guard by default. Even in calm moments, it keeps scanning for what might go wrong next. That's when peace feels fragile, not because danger is present, but because pressure never left. There's a quiet feeling many people live with but rarely name. It's like being watched, not by others, but by your own expectations. Even in calm moments, your mind stays alert, checking if you're doing enough. That pressure doesn't shout, it settles quietly. You feel it in your chest, your jaw, behind your eyes. Your body stays ready, even when nothing is wrong. This isn't weakness. It's what happens when you care deeply about outcomes, stability, and responsibility. Your nervous system is trying to protect what matters. So if you feel this way, nothing is wrong with you. There's no failure here, and nothing to hide. You're responding like a human who wants safety and control. For most of us, money feels like a test we're constantly taking. Every decision feels graded. Invest right, save enough, don't mess up. But imagine money not as a test, but as a room you're simply allowed to sit in. In that room, you're not performing for anyone. You're not proving discipline or intelligence or self-control. You're just noticing how it feels to exist around money without being judged by it. And over time, something shifts. The room becomes familiar, not because you controlled money perfectly, but because you stayed present with it. That's when confidence forms naturally, without force or pressure. Pressure often pretends to be motivation, but your body knows the difference. Motivation feels supportive, while pressure feels tight and unsafe. When investing or building wealth, fear may push action, but it rarely builds confidence. Calm never arrives through forcing yourself to be better. It arrives when you stop fighting your own nervous system. Real consistency in money comes when your mind feels allowed to slow down. When your environment feels gentler, your nervous system learns it doesn't need to rush. That's when better decisions become natural instead of forced. And over time, calm becomes the foundation of sustainable wealth. You're allowed to slow your pace, even if everything around you feels fast and demanding. Growth doesn't disappear when you move slower, it actually becomes more sustainable. Most investors don't fail from moving too slowly, they burn out from forcing speed that isn't aligned. You're allowed to not have clarity yet, and still be doing okay financially. Confusion doesn't mean you're behind. It means you're processing something bigger. Most strong investors pass through uncertainty before their strategy ever felt clear. You're allowed to be imperfect and still deserve ease in your life and money decisions. Discipline without compassion turns into pressure, not progress. Sustainable wealth is built by people who give themselves room to be human. You don't have to force yourself into calm. Sometimes calm meets you right where you are, in the middle of the mess, when you finally stop pushing and just breathe. If this moment brought even a little softness, Like the video, subscribe for clarity-based growth, and share it with someone who's been carrying too much. I'd love to hear what part of this resonated with you in the comments. You're always welcome here on Sophia Cash, helping you glow up financially without pressure or shame. Take this feeling with you, let it be enough for now, and I'll see you when you're ready.